Hello, hello. Sagi Joey here. Uh, just wanted to make a tier list, honestly, because it's a Saturday night and this is the time when I should be uploading videos because it maximizes views. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I've been watching some Office clicks recently. So this is the Office Chicks Hot Tier List Maker. And if we're gonna go by hot, then this is gonna be physical appearance, and this is obviously all my opinion. You're free to disagree with me if you want, and that's up to you. So, without further ado, just gonna get this party started. Okay, so the first is Erin. Erin is a very bubbly personality, which honestly does like it does add to the character because physically, I would say that she's around an A, but the personality does bring her to an S. So I guess personality will have to be put into order, like when it comes to this kind of tier list. So we'll put Erin at an S. I think overall she's probably the most fun character. Like she'd actually make a great partner. You'd have a lot of fun with her. She kind of just rolls with things sometimes. She does have her a little bit of a past, and she has a couple of good relationships as well. Honestly, she's wasted with Gabe. I don't even know why that was an arc in and of itself. But yeah, it's a great character. Again, the very bubbly personality really does help her. So Jan, as you may or may not know, I am a lover of milfs. So Jan's automatically S because again, milf. Um, this 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 episode in particular, I'm not. This is when she started going crazy and shit and trying to win Michael back or something like that, something along those lines. And she got like her augmentation and stuff like that. Honestly, she was a really solid. This is the like it's obviously not the same thing, but this is how like a really strong career focused, very independent woman can like over time seep into insanity because their partner is a fucking idiot, and and don't throw any shade at me. Let's all admit it. Michael probably wasn't the best partner. Okay, let's be realistic here. So relax. Um, so Karen to me is the most attractive characters out of everyone here. Um, Minus Phyllis, because Phyllis is S plus. Let me do that right now. I gotta add another add a row above, and then let's see. So this one is just gonna be the Phyllis. It's just gonna be the Phyllis. This is gonna be the Phyllis tier because Phyllis is on her own. The voice of sadness and everything. You can't argue against Phyllis. Oh shoot, I'm doing her disservice. Oh no, what the fuck? Oh Jesus Christ. I promise you that I'm more tech savvy than that. Let's give Phyllis a nice purple background, and then we'll do that. So Phyllis is on her own tier, so there's nothing that you can really argue against her. Mary's Mary's Bob Vance of Vance Refrigerations. Very nice. She'll feed you for sure. She feeds you well. God damn it! So if that's not something that's gonna attract you to her, then I don't know what is. So so far, Karen is to me actually just physically the most attractive of all the, I guess, not so much like the big female leads, but like the regular recurring female characters. She's definitely the most attractive one, in my personal opinion. So she's gonna, of course, be put there. Then Holly, of course, Holly. It's the same with Jan, but obviously, so like if I were to rank this, like Karen to me is the most attractive one. Honestly, she was a great character, and she didn't like. It just so happened that Pam just happened to be the one for Jim. But I don't think that she was even like a bad character or anything like that. She could be a little stale, a little bland, but that's not to say that she wasn't a good character. So that's sort of like my. So this is ground zero. So in first place, second place, third place, fourth place. Holly, amazing, a lot more understanding. Honestly, if she can put up with Michael, she can take over the world. To be perfectly honest with you, because anyone who can put up with that guy, but Michael did grow over the years. So Nelly, just by pure looks, an A, but she drops down a few tiers because of her personality. Ugh. She did have some redemption towards the end of the show. She had a couple of good episodes, especially like the radio episode. But like, they were trying to get you to like someone who was just honestly very irredeemable. So it's kind of hard to come into terms with that. Pam is an a high A for me. Eh, I think her personality is great. Honestly, her in her later seasons was a lot more attractive to me than in the early seasons. And we're gonna use this picture. Actually, this might be from the later seasons. I don't know. I'd have to put her at S, but just behind Erin. Pam is more of like a very understanding, very nurturing kind of personality. And say what you want to say, but she put up with a lot of like bullshit that happened in the workplace. A lot of times, her body was commented on, and then she was just kind of like deal with it. By the way, The Office. If any of you actually work in one of those, it's an HR nightmare. Toby just wasn't very good at doing his job. And then Meredith, um, you know, a little bit of a fiend in the sheets. Uh, she can be your senpai, and then she can deliver you some hentai. But like, in all honesty, uh, her character, her trope was just I like to fool around, and there's nothing you can kind of do about it, and it's you kind of wish like there's a little more dimension to that. But then again, when you're not one of the main characters, you kind of get stuck with a trope, and then it just gets more and more extreme. It's sort of like it's like the Flanderization, right? Like Ned Flanders. A lot of the characters ended up going with that, and I think that they did use Meredith in the good amount. I think that's what I like about The Office a lot. Is like a lot of the recurring characters with their quirks. Honestly, if they were on their spin-off or had more time in the show, it would take away from the show. I like Creed, for example. I don't think Creed, if he had his own show, would be interesting. The reason why he works so well is because he was very efficient with the scenes that he was in. But I can guarantee you, if he had his own show, you'd have less appreciation for the guy. Okay, Mindy Kaling. Uh, Honestly, if it went for Velma, she'd be a lot higher. But Velma, and then Angela is, I would say C, a B. Sometimes Angela will look like an S, and sometimes she'll look like a C. So I feel like B is a um good ranking. So I like this ranking. I think might put Mindy on the highest at A. Uh, there you go. Wow, a lot of redheads, huh? They outnumber every other hair color as far as I see. But I don't think that's like the normal thing anyway. So of course, like let's revisit the tier list. We're gonna go with the Phyllis tier, which is just Phyllis, and then Karen number two. No. Phyllis is ground zero. So number one is Karen, number two is Holly, and number three Erin. And I think most people will probably be in the ballpark of how I did this tier list. So let me know. Let me know if you disagree, if you agree, if you hate me, you love me. Leave a comment, message, and that's gonna be about everything. Later days.